Starting off with the Farseer first and a fast tech is Lin. This is looking a lot like the mass Wyvern play, which has looked very popular lately. This is also how Lin was able to defeat Happy the first time in a while with excellent Wyvern play. It sounds like an easy strategy. Farseer, fast tech, Shadowhunter, Wyvern. And up until you get Wyvern, it's pretty easy. But once you get a Wyvern, you shouldn't underestimate it. You need to always be able... I think micro isn't really the hardest part, but rather decision making. Knowing when to expand, when to take a fight and when not to take a fight. How many heal scrolls do you need? How many Wyvern do you need? How many resources are necessary? When do you go for a base attack? Stuff like that. Wait, so what is there like fast expanding here? Oh, the Farseer pretty late to the party. Coming to harass the natural creep really late. Oh, I got the last steal though. Is this gonna prevent level 2? Oh, that'll be so annoying. No, guess level 2 regardless. It doesn't have to be an expo. 1-0 could still just be teching. And he does tech. Okay, the skull and the creep was just to get level 2. And that's kind of cool. Nobody goes for the creep out normally. But it is a late tech. This is even later than normal. So 1-0 is slowing down the tech in favor of a fast level 2 DK and wants to get level 3 quickly, if at all possible. But once the Shadowhunter comes out, things get a lot more difficult for the Death Knight. Especially with the Wyvern joining. Thank you, Hua Mua Zuadula, with 100 donation. Says Remo, are you a Lin fanboy? Indeed, I am. I think Lin is insanely good. And I am a fan. Farseer harass here, trying to slow down to prevent level 3 DK. I don't know if the creep experience here is going to be enough for level 3. I think it should. The snapper gives a lot of XP. Yeah, it must. Then it's trying to drain as much mana from the DK as he can. But there's still a good amount of mana in the tank. This opening creep route was really nice by 1-0. And there it is. Level 3 acquired. And that's not a great position for Lin. This means that Coil Nova is going to be a big threat right away. Out the gate. But then again, Nova is going to be late. Man, this Lich is late. Shadowhunter out already. And now Lin probably wants to go for a bit of hex creeping. Way in the corner of the map, Lin wants to make sure he doesn't get found by the Death Knight. Doesn't want to get annoyed now by Coil. And 1-0 is gladly taking the creep exchange. He's creeping down south. Oh, this is going to be a fast level 4 DK this game. Guaranteed. Nice Acolyte Scout up here as well. Now, 1-0 knows. But so does Lin. It's a pretty small map. It's not really that hard to find your opponent here on Hammerfall. As the Lich finally joins. Ah, look at the scouting by 1-0. Excellent. With Acolytes and Skellies all over the place. Well done. Now with a couple of Wyvern out, Lin is safe on the field. He's got Hex against possible Gargoyles. But Coil Nova, like mentioned, still dangerous. Not committing it yet. I would certainly give the lead here to 1-0. Strong start here for the Chinese undead. Draws +8. Really good items here on the lich. Oh man. This could be a super stacked lich later on, which is a big deal. Been taking a bit of damage from the creeps. It's very hard to avoid with the air units. Sometimes the trappers just won't stop attacking. Big mana potion versus one of mana stealing. 1-0 has way more items in total. Alchemist third, the expected third hero counter to the mass air. He can attack air units, and he has acid bomb, both very good tools. I like the rings as well. Rings on DK and Alchemist, very handy. Lin so far hasn't really found an opportunity to make a big play. He's getting reinforced. It's been a very passive game so far. I don't think there's any hasn't been any kill yet, right? Except for the creeps. Oh, okay, there's the first. Ghoul goes down. Easy snack. Lin's trying to slow down the game, get a bit of pot shots in when he can, and is trying to invest in the late game with upgrades. Oh, 1-0 doesn't have a narrow tower on the right-hand side behind the base. That's a small mistake, where one acolyte can continuously be attacked. Also, towers being upgraded for 1-0, that's a lot of gold that Lin doesn't have to spend on static defense. Lin with a lot of gold here. Ideally, the Orc would love to win a fight decisively and then go for an expansion, Tiny Great Hall. But you can't do that too early, not against the top undead. Good undead hero levels. Good undead hero levels already. 4-2-2. If 1-0 gets to 5-3-3, that's when the undead is almost unbeatable. Another upgrade for Lin. And he's finding a few goals here and there. There goes a gargoyle. Lin is playing this style because of the weak early, almost like a Blade Master game. He's avoiding every fight, taking the game as long as he can, looking for free pickoffs wherever possible, trying to get ahead inch by inch. Double heal scroll, about to have 3 upgrades. But also the Destro is about to be on 2 armor upgrades. Patience by Lin. Getting another burrow. Getting ready for 80 supply even. Montezero would love to take a fight right now at 50 with these strong heroes. Book of the Dead also pretty damn nice. And now trying to expand. Ooh, if this one doesn't get scouted, this could be a game-winning move for 1-2-0. And again, an easy pickoff without any risk. Taking the shop out, no problem. And Lin doesn't know about the expansion yet. And now the undead is on his heels. Now he might not have the time to get the expo cancel. TP may have to be used. One bad rider. 2 batters, I guess, go down. 1 did get off the detonate. I mentioned this before, by the way. Shouldn't undeads get stone form? I feel like they really, really should. If you have the lumber. With 1-0, which 1-0 does. He does have the lumber. Oh, the Coil Nova against the Wyvern. Painful. The expansion is cancelled. It was pretty expensive. Lin lost 8 supply. Remaking it now. It's a lot of gold on Lin. And if Lin is anticipating the expansion defense, she knows it's going to be ready in 2 minutes. Lin could fashion the perfect timing around it. Build as big of an army as he can to be ready in 2 minutes, which might be even 80 supply. At least 70 it should be. Hero levels are looking better on the undead though, clearly. Almost no creeps left on the map here. Lin now breaking. Wyvern, raiders. Lots of raiders. And an expansion. Okay. Scouting with the Wand of Illusion. When the orc supply, gets this high, the kill threat is huge. Ensnare plus focus fire is so much damage. Especially on things like a DK, statues, key targets. Ones that are just camping in the corner. I think one of them is really suffering from not going for a shade this game. Shade for more vision would have been really, really helpful. Another heal scroll for Lin. Triple heal scroll plus heal wave. He is investing a ton of gold into trying to keep the army alive against the AoE of the undead. And if 1-0 had a shade, he could have cancelled the expansion pretty easy. Going for towers here as well. This is a big commitment on the expo. But it's going to be pretty safe. Now the Ghoul Scout sees the expansion. It was nighttime. Did he see it? If not, then he should still know, pretty much. And so both are about to be on 2 bases. Lin also going for the 3rd attack upgrade. I think this is a really impressive game by Lin, by the way. Remember, the DK got level 3 quickly. Farseer didn't have the early game he was hoping for. 1-0 was accelerating fast towards the mid game. Lin didn't get too many kills at all, except for a couple of, acolytes and ghouls. But Lin was biding his time, playing patient, waiting for his opportunity. Not just fighting at 50, where he was going to get annihilated by the strong undead hero levels. And now, he's got 80 supply Mass Wyvern, which is crazy damage. With a bunch of heal scrolls as well. It hasn't been the flashiest game so far at all. I'm not saying that. But I feel like this is a very impressive game by Lin. Who now has his own expansion, mining. I think I would like to see 1-0 try to initiate fights and then disengage. Try to make Lin use heal scrolls. If 1-0 can get to the point where Lin runs out of heal scrolls, that's when the undead wins. This orc army does not work without heal scrolls. Then going into high upkeep here. Oh man, 87 supply. Gonna be such a huge army. And again, another ghoul goes down. 1 ghoul here, 1 ghoul there. Little cuts and bruises. And Lin lost nothing for the last 5 minutes or so. The undead hero levels haven't been escalating. Haven't been going crazy. Oh, now we might see a base race, though. Wonder0 has the time to go for the enemy expansion. And Lin, no TP! Oh, Lin, did he make a mistake here? I wonder. He's going to attack the undead main, but I'm pretty sure his expo is going to go down first. TP forced? Alright, this is it. Lin is going to run in with a scroll of speed right away, trying to split against the bad riders, but they all connect pretty much. Oh man, all the bad riders do get to connect. Can the destroyers and the heroes do it by themselves is the question. And snares against the destroyers as well. Oh my god, it's so much damage. Oh my lord. The wyvern are chunking in huge damage. The undead heroes have to do it almost by themselves. Book of the Dead also helping out a bit. And a bunch of destroyers did survive. Alchemist in trouble as well, trying to pass an invul, and he does successfully do it. Alchemist surviving for now. Not level 3 yet, though. The Farseer is almost, I think it's going down. The heal throw is too late. Oh, big mistake right there. Losing the first hero. But the DK also falls. Level 5 on the Shadowhunter. Both Orc heroes now on level 5. The expansion is not down yet, by the way, but I think there's ghouls there as well. And another hero kill. Oh my god, they're dying like flies right now, one after the next. The Raider and Snares are so strong right here. Mass Wyvern plus a handful of Raiders. Like I said, man, the damage output single target is insane. And only a single hero lives to tell the tale. It's a Shadowhunter. The only hero on the field right now who's almost level 6 thanks to all these kills. Unfortunately, his ult might be the worst one in the whole game. Could it be? Wait. His ult might be good with Mass Wyvern, right? Like the only case where the ult could be decent? Oh no, he's going for X. He's going for the towers as well. Double Tavern res on the undead. Very expensive, but the DK and Lich are back importantly. Huge supply lead on Lin, but if he loses the expansion, maybe there is a way for 1-0 to win this. There's only one ghoul attacking it though. Takes a while. One ensnare on the DK. There's a second one. That might be the kill. Nice one of Mana to prevent the Hex, but it doesn't save him. DK goes down the second time. Block against the Lich. Man, Lin with the baller plays. What a sick game by Lin. 1-0 with a smart early game creep route. Got ahead early in the game. And Lin with perfect patient play. I always love this, you know, when the world-class players fall behind early game. And then they show you how to get back. Just with sheer excellence. And now he's camping the tavern. And that's another freebie. Because 1-0 doesn't have an altar. Oh my god. Tragedy has struck. Farseer returns. Now looking with envy on the experience bar of the Shadowhunter. And if this expansion falls, the game's of course over. I mean, to be honest, it does look quite over already. Absolute beauty of a game here by Lin. Only map 1, of course. 1-0 is not quite giving it up yet. He went for the double tavern res once again. Very, very, very expensive. Okay, but now he realizes there's no way back anymore. Had almost nothing left. And Lin does take it. Man, what a showing. It was a passive game for a long time. We had that one explosive fight, but the way Lin handled it, absolute beauty. Absolute beauty, and that's why I say he's the best orc of all time. Who else can do this? Who else can do it like that? No other, I think. No other orc. Lin takes map 1. 1-0 now is going to have his map choice. Deciding for Echo Isles. a lot of this matchup normally comes down to early game creeping. Normally, when you get a fast level 3 Death Knight, you're supposed to have the lead as the undead, and arguably, 1-0 did have the lead, but Lin didn't allow 1-0 to do much with that lead. On Echo Isles, I've seen him pick this map before in this matchup. We see it fairly rarely. Maybe a lot of other orcs veto it. Twisted Meadows is normally a map we see a whole bunch in this matchup. What are the other ones? Turtle Rock. Oh yeah, we see Turtle Rock a lot. Titaners as well. If we go to map 3, by the way, the third decider map would be Lost Temple, which could be pretty crazy. A lot of RNG would be involved there. Lin, of course, would like to bring it to a close early. If he wins this next map, that will be it for the upper bracket. Lin would then be joining Happy and Sock, both of which are in the playoffs already. After this series, of course, there's still 2 more games. We're going to go down to the lower bracket. After that, Labyrinth and Blade are already waiting down there, and one of these 2 will join them. Who is it going to be? Let's find out. I wonder if Lynn's going to go Mass Wyvern again. Farseer is a very flexible hero. There's a bunch of different strats you can go for. Headhunters are possible. Wyvern are certainly the most popular and most successful right now, but not the only option. Even perhaps the Raider Walker Tier 2 expansion could perhaps be playable. And on the right map, I think Blade Master is still amazing. Especially Twisted. But almost all the orcs are focused on Farseer and Wyvern right now. We'll see if Lin will do that as well. It is going to be a fast tech, certainly. And 1-0 with the Ghoul opening once more. Zero had a creative approach to the creep route. This is something that Undead can attempt quite successfully often against orcs, because orcs don't scout. And in this case, orcs also don't have a war mill. Is it just a slightly delayed war mill? Why is there no war mill? Barracks. Okay, Lin playing a different build here. What is this? This might be like a Grunt Raider Expo, Tier 2. I'm not sure if I've ever seen this build before. Or it might be a revival. No, it's not the revival of the Raider Walker. That one didn't have a barracks. Interesting. I think this build could make a lot of sense. It certainly should be a Tier 2 expansion. On Echo Isles, expansion play is pretty damn easy, so lends itself to the map. This build. Farseer, of course, trying to mess with the DK creeping as much as possible, as always. But earlier 1-0 was doing a really good job getting a fast level 3. Getting level 3 on this map can sometimes be a bit tricky. We'll see where his creep route leads him. Farseer at the market. Is he gonna buy something? That would be weird. If he wants to fast expo, or Tier 2 expo rather. They're trying to kill the skellies here. because he knows those are the kills he can get. He knows 1-0 is too good to be losing any ghouls here, or to be giving away any creeps. But now with the grunt, he can brawl a bit more. First grunt is finally out. Oh, and he got the last hit, right? Oh, yeah, big mistake by 1-0. That's a big deal, man. Big experience swing. Goes Lin's way. He's going for TC, second, and double bestiary. Grunt, Raider, Wyvern, expansion, it seems like. And the Death Knight really slowed down. Buys 2 items from the marketplace for the Lich. Very important Skelly Scout here. Sees double bestiary and sees no tier 3. Seeing no tier 3 should instantly tell 1-0 that he's facing an expansion play. And right now, trying to find the DK's scent again. Spreading out the wolves, and does find him in the south, but he might be too late to stop the successful creep of his camp. Starting off with Wyvern here, not Raiders. And now the DK is finally close to level 3. And the Acolyte sees the TC running south. He knows the expansion here will be attempted in a little while. Oh, trying to see the item here is the Farseer. And he got it! Wand of Illusion. Okay, that might be helpful. And forces another coil. DK got level 3, but lots of mana was forced out of him. And now the expansion is about to start production. Under tier 3, still a ways off. So it seems like the expansion should be finished around the time that Frenzy is finished. And until then, Lin has to get ready. TC level 3 of great importance. But look at Lin. What many orcs here would do would just be creeping passively, stay on your side, get level 3, you want to get level 3. But Lin says no. I know that the Undead isn't tier 3 yet. He doesn't have the big power spike yet. I'm gonna look for a creepjack opportunity. I know the value camp is the marketplace, so he's coming for a flank from behind. Ensnare, I think, is not ready yet. No, it is ready. And baits the Nova on the illusion from the Gargoyle. From the Wyvern, I mean. Gargoyle getting ensnared, getting taken out. The one Raider with the one ensnare was exactly ready when needed. Oh, and the speed scroll saves the Raider from going down from the Nova as well. Coil is there though, and the Lich survives. Good save also by 1-2-0. Lost only a Ghoul and only a Garg, not that bad. Then lost no units, however. Can now heal with the salves. Just lost some items. TC though, still not level 3. Getting the camp here would do it. It's always a bit trickier here with the troll trappers. The ensnares flying. Frenzy already done. And the Nova secures the last hit. Mana is low now though. Lich might be in trouble. Stomp comes through. Is it enough to save the Lich? Right clicks also on the Lich. Statues not being microed at the moment. Stressful situation for 1-0. Loses one statue. That's a big deal. Level up for the Farseer. He's level 2 now. Nova gets one kill there on the Bad Rider as well. Trying to save the Lich with the 1-on-1 of Venus heal. but didn't quite get the save. Lich goes down, Wyvern falls, but so does the statue, and it's huge kills for Lin. Aggressive stance, not prioritizing creeping on the TC, but rather realizing he could find a moment of weakness in the undead. Lin again with a beautiful game here, switching it up, going for a very unconventional tier 2 expansion, which is not the norm at all these days, but makes sense for the map and playing it to perfection. 1-0 down at 34 supply, only has to wait for the Lich to return. He lost the statues, lost both statues. Yikers. Both statues going down is always very painful for the undead. You have to wait a long time for the healers to return. Then also after the fight went to the shop, got the consumables there. And what is there is playing from far, far behind. He's got crazy good Lich items. That does help. But what he might need more than items is levels. And there the Lich is not looking so impressive. We're trying to finally get those levels, get a few more items in. Of course, the Undead hero has insane late game potential. The game is not over yet. If the Undead heroes get to 5-3-3, all bets are off. Doesn't matter how big the Orc tier 2 army is. The Undead heroes could still win. Of course, until then, a lot of time would have to come and pass. Until then, Lin could, for example, go tier 3. Lin has lots of options here. Already a 64 supply, building a big tier 2 army with which he may want to look to dominate the next fight. Towards the shop again. Oh, very strong items for Lin. Double heal scroll, inborn speed scroll. Scouts the opponent right away with a wolf. Lich, man, Lich has sick items. My dog. Can the Undead heroes do it? One gargoyle goes down right away. Speed scroll almost fully dispelled from the destroyer. Lots of healing there as well. Lin thinking about wanting to reposition. Nice stomp from the TC, keeping things locked down on the ground. Not the Hex solo focus or solo disable, but the AoE from this Tauren Chieftain, who's looking very strong. Next stomp ready in a second. Trying to land it on all the heroes if he can, but he's being patient with it. Statues are also good targets to take out, he knows, and there we go. That's the triple stomp on all the heroes. DK is out of mana. No coil heal available at the moment. Almost all the Wyvern are out of the fight, but the Raiders on the ground are still there, and the TC is not to be underestimated as well. The right clicks are noticeable. Wolves are ready as well, right away when the Destroyer goes down. Lin just with a beautiful showing here, finding more and more kills. Level 4 for his Farseer, in fact for both his heroes. The Dark Ranger may have gotten away, but that is not going to change the outcome of this game. Oh, waiting for the next ensnare. There it is, and that is the end. Maybe a surround here towards the end. Yes, sir. GG, it is. Lin with a 2-0. With a perfect score, and I want to say an almost perfect performance for the day. That was world class by Lin, and very deserved first place in the group.